back to the Express at the Tradex in Abbotsford for the Vancouver Motorcycle Show. Later, I'm going to join Hollywood B from the West Coast Connection on his bike to do a little stunt riding. Yeah, stunt riding. I'm actually pretty nervous. But right now we have a stunt of sorts with a sustainable bend. There's a farmer in Surrey who's using hydroponic technology to grow crops, and not the kind you think, in a process called vertical farming.
Those are beautiful roots.
Nick Brusator is not your conventional farmer.
This is the future, yes.
And these are his fields, hundreds of racks of spinach, all grown indoors. No soil, no sun, little waste.
It works in vertical stacked machines that are utilizing cubic feet as opposed to flat land like a greenhouse perhaps.
Vertical gardening. LED lamps provide the light, and pipes that periodically spray a cocktail of nutrients provide the food.
So it's watering there?
And the result is a 100% organic and sustainable product.
As the plants breathe and transpire the water, we recapture that water out of the air and rerun it through our system after it's distilled and cleaned up.
The technology is being developed as population growth and natural disasters are causing food shortages worldwide, and that's driving up prices. Brusator says vertical gardening is a simple green solution.
They're losing their crops because of weather. So we are a guaranteed 12-month of the year production cycle which will guarantee fresh, trusted food supply anywhere in the world.
As for sales, Brusator says this spinach is flying off store shelves at Choice's supermarkets, mostly because it's organic and has a unique taste. The chef and high school teacher couldn't agree more.
I can see this being, I can see it blowing up. You can grow it in your own basement, but again, people are already doing it on their balconies and their windowsills. So why not take it a step further and really do it even at a bigger scale so you can eat more fresh and keep it local. That's it.
We can quickly remove these lids very quickly just by popping a...
It's his hope that the technology will expand so that one day facilities like this will open up everywhere, making food sustainable, reliable, and most importantly, local. I'm Tim Chung in Surrey for The Express.
It's not just spinach. Everything from berries to potatoes can be grown hydroponically. You can find out more online at terraspheresystems.com. You're watching The Express. And our message up next, it's not about the direction, it's more about the connection. And we're going to see how that translates on the dance floor with Ronald Martinez of Bachata, Vancouver.
I will do the two hands. So open one, open two. Nice.
Things are shaking up at the Martinez Dance Company in Vancouver.
Up here, there you go, try there. Nice.
Ronald Martinez has been teaching Latin dance for nearly 2 decades, imparting his unique style, which he learned from his grandmother.
Well, I was very young. My grandma used to live next door to us, so my mom would leave me with her, and she will always show me all the basics. And then from there, we started to go into the more traditional dances, like the cumbia and the cha-cha-cha. I started teaching my family first, and then friends, and then from there I started to grow, and then the more I wanted to learn, the more I had to look around, but there was nobody around me that could teach me, so I came to Vancouver, and then from Vancouver I started to travel a little bit. I went to Mexico first, then I went to Colombia, then I went to Cuba, I've been to Seattle and some parts of the States, like Los Angeles, and just slowly started to grow, and every time I would travel, I will always find dancers that will inspire me to learn more.
Now I get to learn a few of those awesome-looking dance moves.
Left goes forward, always. We're gonna open again. Now this time, I'm gonna make you do back steps. So feel it first, okay? I'll take you back, and you go back with one, back with the other. And one. Now you turn, and I turn. Yes, and open. That's okay, think of your hip going to the outside.
Yeah.
Now your left. Boom. Yeah, she's got the hip.
This student has been taking dance lessons for the past 3 years.
I love everything about salsa. It's just, it's different than anything else you do in your life. It's different from work, it's different from family life, and it's a form of entertainment that's much more fun than anything else.
I love what it does to people, which is why I teach it. Dancing for me is very passionate, and to have people come here and to try to understand the culture and to try to understand the dancing is always deeper, and I really enjoy that connection to show not only the movement and the technique of dancing, but more important is the feel of the dance. I think the most important thing about the lessons is one step at a time. I think one of the things that I've learned from dancing is that mileage, we call it. The more we go out dancing and the more that we let go, is the better dancer you become. The technique actually stays there. You have to start somewhere, but eventually you have to let go. You just want to let go.
After all his travels through Latin America, Martinez continues to offer his students the best that each of these countries has to offer, along with his own unique flair. I'm Alwena Shirley in Vancouver for The Express.
Bachata Vancouver offers 5 levels of salsa classes, from the rhythmically challenged, those are their words, to the more advanced hips. Now you're watching The Express, and we're at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show at the TradeX in Abbotsford, and you can decide whether I've been challenged or not when you see what happens up next. Up next on The Express, stunt riding with Hollywood B at the Motorcycle Show in Abbotsford. And tandem stunt riding. Look, that's me. The Express, this is your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
makeup services for Shaw TV, provided by Beauty Mark.
Welcome back to The Express at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show at the TradeX in Abbotsford. Now, if you come to this show, you can see the latest and greatest in the bike world, but you could also get up close and personal with Hollywood B of the West Coast Connection. And I mean personal. Probably the coolest job in the world, being a motorcycle stunt rider. Do you agree?
Absolutely. You know, I started doing it just to stay off the streets and all that crazy stuff, and then it turned into actually a career, and we came out pretty good as far as financial wise. And then now it's for the fans and for the kids, and you know, giving back to some of the people that actually think they can't do it.
Can't believe you're actually going to let me on the bike with you. Is that safe?
With me, it's going to be 100% safe.
Oh my God, Hollywood, that was awesome, and I'm totally shaking. I got so scared out there.
Oh, well, you know what? I had a lot of fun too. It was crazy, but you did a very good job.
Yeah, it's super huge rush. Like, oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you. I'm just gonna need a little hug now. See,
for being a first time skiing off.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's Hollywood B of the West Coast Connection. And you can find out more about him and his crew online. Now, we're going to learn about another people mover up next on The Express, but I don't expect this one will get my heart rate quite so high. It's the Tram at the Burnaby Village Museum.
Clear the tracks. Tram 1223 is coming through. My name is Lisa Langlet. I'm one of the assistant programmers here at Burnaby Village Museum. Welcome to the Tram Barn and to the Interurban 1223, our newly restored tram. So we're inside of one of the compartments of the tram, and you'll notice all the detail here. We have a lot of intricate woodwork and brass fittings, most of which had to be replaced because the brass was stolen. The few remaining brass pieces were the air vents in the ceiling, but they were covered in black soot and black paint, so no one realized what they were. You'll see we have the cords again for the conductor to pull, and the leather straps for passengers. This compartment that we're in right now is very, very small because it's the smoking compartment. We even have matched strike plates in brass mounted by the windows. Another unique thing about the tram system is it could go in either direction. And the seats were equipped for that. So this is definitely something you're only going to hear here, because we don't normally do this at the museum. The seats just get too much wear and tear if they're moved this way. One of the things that's very interesting about the tram exhibit is the fact that many people don't realize there was a huge transportation system in place in the 1890s in the Lower Mainland. The interurban tram was designed to travel between cities, mainly Vancouver and New Westminster, the major cities at that point, and it traveled through Burnaby. But the interurban system also went into Richmond and all the way out to Chilliwack. We're very familiar today with riding buses and SkyTrain, and we're used to hearing bells and sounds to let us know when we are at a station. And in our interurban tram from 1912, they had the same thing. There was a bell system. Now, passengers didn't ring the bell. There was actually a conductor, and the conductor was the person who let the motorman, who was operating the tram, know if there was a stop, or if the tram was to start or to go in reverse. And so the bell system would sound like this. So that's 2 to start, 3 to stop, and then reverse was 4. Remember, you can come and visit us at Burnaby Village Museum and enjoy the tram, but remember, please don't move the seats.
The Burnaby Village Museum is always a fun and educational place to take the kids, and we've got more ideas for the whole family with today's Express Spotlight. You can enjoy an action-packed hour of family fun tunes in Surrey. The Winter Chill-Out Party will have you moving and grooving with Chris and the Sticky Jam Band. Celebrate Black History at the Calabash Bistro. The celebration will include a mix of many forms of art, dance, and music, complemented by tasty Caribbean food. Vancouver Theatre Sports League puts on an improvised Broadway-style musical every Wednesday on Granville Island. Hear heart-rendering ballads, rock anthems, show-stopping choruses, and plenty of laughter. And that's it for today's Express from the Vancouver Motorcycle Show at the TradeX in Abbotsford. Frisco custom bikes, stunt riding with Hollywood Bee, a wheelie simulator. Super fun. And remember, you can share this show with your friends. Watch it online at vancouver.shawtv.com. I'm Johanna Ward, and on behalf of all of us on the Express, thanks so much for watching. We're going to leave you with a look at a new play from the Vancouver Playhouse featuring Megan Follows, and we'll see you next time.
No.
What are we trying to get her to do?
The game. I don't want to. It'll be fun.
The wine's gone, the beer's gone, and I just killed that old bottle of Tram you keep next to the expired baby formula.
Merde alors, ces salopards d'animaux. C'est totalement contre ce qui était convenu.
I've wanted to tell you something for a long time.
I don't want you to.
Jean-Pierre is homophobic.
Jean-Pierre is bisexual.
He is?
I'm unhappy.
You are.
Did you mean to say that as a question?
What did I say?
Get your husband off of my fridge, Janie.
Please, Meryl, your fridge is so much more of a beautiful place than mine.
No one could ever compete with a perfect couple.
What perfect couple?
You
and Roy.
We weren't the perfect couple.
Well, maybe you and Tom will be.
Stop it,
Meryl.
I'm a bad wife.
You're not a bad wife.
I'm a mad housewife.
You're not a housewife.
So we agree on that.